Late night Java with WAPTEK because it's been a frustrating day. Grr. Here we go. Nuclear power anti-gravity Mercury plasma flying wing Nazi UFO space plane patent TR-9B R-9 Black Manta. Response. You don't know much about aircraft and aerodynamics, do you, really? Actually, I do. But the assertion that everyone ignores is that this is a hovercraft that somehow needs wings. If it can hover by defying gravity, because it's supposed to be an anti-gravity, nuclear-powered, mercury plasma-based, flying wing Nazi UFO spaceplane that's triangular, called the TR-3B Black Manta, and I made a video explaining why that name came up and why it's confusing and why there's no TR-3. Well, they can make a 3B, but that we don't have one. If it's a hovercraft, if it defies gravity. It wouldn't need to adhere to aerodynamics because it would warp time-space. That's how... Gravity is part of time-space. So that's wrong. That's all there is to it. Saying this has anything to do with aerodynamics. The claim is, again, this is a machine that defies gravity by doing some mumbo-jumbo. That has never been shown to work, doesn't have any basis in reality, even hypothetically, and self-contradicts by saying it's a plasma that's super cryogenic. It's a super-cooled plasma in mercury, under high pressure, or ultra-high temperature, high-pressure plasma. Next. On the Pizzagate Fatherhood Origin video that I posted that says it's not Podesta or WorldCorp, really, it's just Silver Gunner. And that could be totally wrong, but someone has to actually give me some links. And some links have actually come up that may indicate it's one or the other, but it doesn't have anything to do with Podesta, which is the original assertion. This was Podesta's voice. It's obviously this way. And the reason they did is their assertion was that the WorldCorp website and a file on it was led to by an email from Podesta. That isn't possible because it wasn't there originally, it was somewhere else. It was originally on a YouTube channel, and it may have been several of them, and it was originally a flash file. I've even downloaded it to check, and it was stuck up on 4chan. This is a 4chan meme, guys. Just deal with it. It's a 4chan meme. It's just BS, but here we go. Hello, Interpol. And the guy's saying this to me. Which pedo rings do you come from, WAPTEK? So this is the not-so-hidden sucker punch. If you prove someone wrong about something, especially something about the subject, they will just accuse you of being in on it because they don't have any way of arguing it. So to the person who posted that, are you willing to acknowledge that the assertion that Podesta's email led to the WorldCorp website, and that was how he has to be in the recording, is not valid. Period, end of statement, full stop. You have to actually acknowledge that because it wasn't there. It originated somewhere else. Therefore, that is not the primacy of where the information came from. And yes, that does matter because it's the smoking gun, it's the hinge point. If any part of this assertion is wrong, well, it is, then it's invalid. Again, this is people not liking liberals or people in power and just trying to dig up dirt on them, and if the dirt doesn't stick, they just get out a stapler. And they even say things like that. Well, it doesn't matter if they're really guilty, we're just going to pin it on them anyway. They actually just say that now. So it's just gone from being a witch hunt to being a smear campaign and being just flat out obvious about it. Anyway, next one. BS, there's more evidence against Podesta than there's any evidence for him. Okay, again, the evidence that's being presented is being taken down piece by piece because you say your strongest assertion is this thing over here, so we dismantle it. All of us out here in the real world who are wanting you to provide proof. And then after weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks trying to wear people down and get mad at us, you just drop it eventually and just pick up something. Well, we got more proof. No, you're looking for proof of something to punish someone, but not proof that something happened that should punish them. The current assertion is that he's guilty of doing something totally unrelated now. People are just quietly dropping it. That's why they stopped calling it Pizzagate. That and the fact that somebody went to the pizza joint, fired a gun, and made you all look like the crazy asshats you are. The denials are the memes. The denials or Daniels are the memes. I'm sorry, I'm really not able to... The denials are the memes. A retired FBI agent did a voice comparison analysis on one of the many videos Podesta screaming at and beating children. No, he did a video analysis of the video that isn't with Podesta in it, comparing it to Podesta, correct? Okay. And let me guess, you didn't put the name of this this retired FBI agent in here. You know what? I'm pretty sure I know which retired FBI agent it is, and I am pretty sure it's the one that can't prove he was ever in the FBI, because the FBI had set out flat out that he was never in the FBI as anything more than an investigator, and he got kicked out. Yeah, and yeah. Oh well, he's an FBI agent. No. No different than you and me. He doesn't have the reason. The FBI agents become useful because they have access to all the equipment. What is this voice analysis? I didn't put a link. Let's see, what else? Okay. Which suggests or proves. No, suggests or it proves it was Podesta. I've also done my own simple one. His voice doesn't match because it doesn't. His voice does something different than the one in the fatherhood video. That was the one I was asked to look into. Period. Well, that's the strongest assertion. And if it's wrong, we have to release Podesta from the potentially guilty parties. Oh, it was disproven? Don't look behind the curtain. Look at this one over here. It's not Podesta in the recording. All of those recordings were done by the same group of people, World Corp and whatever. It is not Podesta. All right. It doesn't matter if you don't like that answer. It isn't. Next, I'll look up your FBI agent if you had the guts to actually tell me who he is, because I'm just going to find out that he's one of the many people who claims to be an FBI agent or a CIA agent who never was. Everybody in Fleet Week in Portland, Oregon is a Navy SEAL, even if they're dressed showing that they're just barely entered the Marines or whatever, or more accurately, they're usually just barely in the Navy. Anyway, next, it's going to hit the fan very soon. Yes, and in our skies and all the other buzzwords, you guys live for saying this stuff. It's like a battle cry. You scream this stuff, top of your lungs, trying to keep people like me from actually explaining something to you or telling the truth to anybody else. You can't stand it. In the meantime, and then you want physical damage to be done to the people you're accusing of being pedophiles and murderers. Let them bleed out and bury them in a communal swamp. Okay, we're trying to drain the swamp, not make it deeper. Next, you have to prove they've done something, not just lie over and over again. The reason false accusations like this kind of stuff are bad is it makes it to where when someone's actually guilty of something and they have power, everybody just says, oh, it's fake news. We don't choose to believe it. Did Donald Trump molest or make sexual advances on any of the people who accused him? Now remember, these are people coming forward saying they were harassed by him. Same as people who said they were harassed by Bill Clinton, or someone saying they were harassed by anybody else famous. Those are actual people coming forward and saying it was done to me. You kind of people are really good at ignoring it when it's convenient, and really amplifying it when there's nobody even making an accusation. No one is accusing these people of doing this. There is one person I know of who has made a career out of herself accusing various very famous people of doing something to her. So many of them, in fact, that they would literally have to be lining up outside of her building to do it. Okay, these false accusations, this is a false accusation because you don't have any proof for it, is the reason people treat you like crap. In life, not just on the net. I bet you do this all the time. Next. This is about the video I put up explains and asserts that the video that people keep using as a smoking gun proof that Podesta was involved in something isn't Podesta's voice. It was made in 2015 or 2016, depending on where you look, and it has never had anything to do with this. And unless you can find some way to connect them, actually connect them, it's just you not wanting to let the meme die. This is like constantly repeating that Barack Obama was born in Kenya. It doesn't matter how many times it's disproven, you just bring it up again. Our current president is one of your types. And that's why you feel emboldened by this. You don't think that you have to actually have any proof about anything. You feel it's perfectly justified if you don't like someone to accuse them of something that they're not guilty of and then hurt them. Or in your case, saying you wish to castrate and then murder them. You are literally advocating for the thing that we don't allow in this country, but you can get that done if you want to join the Taliban. That's great. Just join ISIS. Join something like that. They do exactly the same thing. They do summary executions. They don't have any real legal system or morals. They don't care about proof. They care about being able to get away with it. Might makes right. Yes, I'm comparing you to that asshat group. That's why when people make these comments, I assume that they're working for somebody who's an opponent of the United States, because this is the most un-American thing you can tell people. The accusation is the proof. I don't have to prove anything. I'm just going to keep accusing people. You're the kind of person that goes around and harasses people constantly till they have to get a restraining order against you, because you won't stop doing this stuff. There are hundreds of these kind of people on the net that I've dealt with so far. And in person, twice or 3 times, depending on how we look at it. Maybe more than that, actually. And in no circumstances are those people ever treated with respect or believed by anybody who isn't just as crazy as they are. If someone wants to produce actual proof, real proof, that somebody's done something wrong, like Hillary Clinton or Podesta, then do so. But it has to actually be proof. There's no powers that be stopping you from doing this. The fact is, you don't have any evidence, and you're mad about it. And again, every time Trump does something stupid, I know it's happened because the ranking for anti-Obama and anti-Hillary videos go up. Neither of those people are running for any kind of office, and you people are avoiding allowing your president to be criticized. I never tried to stop people from criticizing Barack Obama. I just wanted them to actually criticize what he did. None of you did that. All you did was just make it into this little peeing contest, and none of you showed up with the appropriate equipment. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.